Hi guys, it's Christy here. Today I'm going to go over my corneal cross-linking 10 pro tips for a more comfortable recovery from a nurse. Don't mind Remy here, he's helping out with the video. So if you're interested in hearing my full 15-minute review of my cross-linking procedure, I have a full video of that, and I'll put that in the description box below. But today I want to keep it kind of short and sweet, so I've got 10 tips I've lined out. So let's get started. What are you doing? Go over there. Number one is to be optimistic. Cross-linking was not nearly as painful or as scary as I thought it was going to be. Online, I read a lot of more negative reviews, people who said they were in pain for a full week and, just all these scary things. The first, I'd say, not even 24 hours, let's say 12 to 18 hours were probably the most uncomfortable for me. I don't know that I would even say I was in pain, really, for most of that time. I was just more uncomfortable than anything. Speaking of pain though, for pain management, you're gonna wanna take your medicine before you're having pain. So for me, that was about hour 8 and where I started feeling more uncomfortable. I did take some ibuprofen immediately after I got back to my hotel room. Not really sure I needed that though, because I had no light sensitivity for the first 3 hours. So for my second eye, I'll probably take it around hour 3 and then be on top of the pain management going forward. Because like I said, at about 8 hours after the surgery, I was like, yeah, it's pretty uncomfortable, not feeling super great. So you can totally manage the pain, at least I could, with just ibuprofen, 800 milligrams. And that is a prescription strength dose. But the way you do that is take 4 of the 200 milligram tablets or capsules, and that will give you that dose. So you don't have to have a prescription to get that prescription strength. And that you can take every 6 to 8 hours, but definitely follow your doctor's orders on that. You can also either request, or my doctor just gave me a Norco, which is a prescription controlled medication, narcotic pain medication. I did take one that night only because I wanted to make sure I had a really decent night's sleep. I probably didn't need it, and I don't know going in for the second eye whether I will take that again. Non-prescription ways of pain management include lubricant eye drops. So this is the kind I got. They also gave me this sampler pack. I really recommend these. These are so nice. So the Refresh Mega 3 lubricant eye drops, they're enhanced with flaxseed oil. The oil is just a little bit, I wouldn't even call it oily, but it is a softer feel when you put it in your eye, and it's just super soothing after your procedure. Pro tip on this, put these babies in the fridge so it's nice and cold when you do put it into your eye. It's just this nice, cool feeling. Another thing you can put into the fridge is these cool gel eye packs. I am one of those weird people that really doesn't like the cold. So having it like this on my eye wasn't comfortable because my left eye was just like, this is really cold, this side feels really good. So what I did is fold it in half and just secure it with a little band. So then I just placed it right on my right eye and just laid back with that on my eye, and it felt so nice. Pro tip number 3, wash your face. So during cross-linking, you're laying down the whole, for me, hour and a half, and they're putting eye drops every 2 minutes. Most of the eye drops that they're putting in are the riboflavin or the B12, or I've heard them called keratin eye drops. All the same thing, it's a neon yellow drop. Also, before they start, they prep the area with betadine, which is like an iodine. And it's a bright orange liquid that they put over like that side of your face. So they did wipe me off. They were very kind to wipe my face off, but they didn't do a fantastic job. So when I got back to the hotel room, like the whole time I was just like, man, it feels sticky and like hard and crusty. When I got to the hotel room and looked in the mirror, it looked like I had a terrible case of pink eye. My eye was red and irritated, like as it should be, because you just had your epithelium crossed off and you're looking at a light for half an hour. But on top of that, I had this yellow matted eyelashes, both the top and the bottom. So when I got to the hotel room, I just got a warm washcloth and like gently wiped off the outside of my eye, and then I just kind of like dabbed my eyelashes just to get that gunk off because that was not comfortable. Number 4, set timers for your eye drops. So I am on 3 eye drops, prescription eye drops. One is prednisolone, which is a steroid. One is ofloxacin, which is an antibiotic. And one is ketorolac, which is an NSAID or anti-inflammatory. The ketorolac I only have to do for 3 days. So today is day 3. This is the end of this one. This was only twice a day. The other 2, the ofloxacin and the prednisolone, I'm going to be taking 4 times a day. The ofloxacin for 7 days. The prednisolone will be for 21 days, 4 times a day. So I set timers for 4 times a day. For me, that was spaced out every 4 hours. So I have at 7 a.m., 11, 3, and again at 7. Also, you want 5 to 15 minutes between eye drops. So for these 2 babies, I have been using my Apple Watch. There's a timer setting, so I just go 5 minutes, and it reminds me to take my second drop, and that way I don't ever forget, because I would forget. Number 5, eat before taking your steroid drop. The steroid drops, the first day they stung. After the first day, not so much, but they do give you this kind of bitter taste. And for me, at least, if I do my steroid drop and then I go eat lunch right after, it ruins my meal. So number 5 is eat before taking your steroid drop or a couple hours after. Number 6, a dark room and sunglasses are a must. So the first few hours, I was not light sensitive at all. About 3 hours in, the numbing drops wore off, and it was pretty uncomfortable to be even looking at the TV screen or my phone screen. So I shut the drapes, turned off all the lights, and I listened to an audiobook. About 8 hours in, it was quite a bit more uncomfortable, and even just the ambient light from the little tiny dot on the TV screen was too much for me. So I was in the hotel room wearing these sunglasses until my ibuprofen kicked back in, because that was that time period where I had not taken it. So dark sunglasses are a must. The surgery center gave me these. They're really nice because they've got this ridge and they sit nicely on top of your eyeglasses. You can also use an eye mask, so your significant other, bless their heart, is gonna have to stick with you and provide for you for that first 24 hours. You're completely reliant on them, because going out of the hotel room or your home is out of the question. Lights were just unbearable for that first, day. So get a dark eye mask to save their sanity, and you can just go to sleep. Number 7, get comfy, because you're gonna be confined to either your house or your hotel room for 24 hours basically. So comfy clothes, some good food. It'd be good to be prepped with some good snacks that you like, that you could travel with, or if you're at home, just be prepared for that. For my surgery, the room I was in was well controlled, so it wasn't like it's freezing like a typical surgery suite was, but I was still wearing like a sweater and some leggings, something I could wear for the entire day and not have to worry about changing out of, because let's face it, you're not going anywhere. Number 8, boredom busters. I was not prepared for the amount of sitting that I was going to be doing. I was going out of my mind because my body felt good. It was just like my eye, I couldn't look at anything that had any kind of light to it. So audiobooks are a great suggestion for that, and a good friend or family that you can play games with in the dark. If you have any suggestions for that other than those 2 things, I'm all ears, because I'm going through this again in a month. So if you have any suggestions for boredom busters for me other than audiobooks and saving my poor husband's life, please put it down in the comments below. Number 9 is paper tape. So for the first 3 days, at least for me, I have to wear this eye shield when I go to sleep, just so that I don't rub my eyes while I'm sleeping and accidentally kick that bandage contact out. My surgeon provided me with this 3M typical surgical tape. Has a couple different names, but this is what it looks like. And this baby holds like the dickens, especially on your face, especially after it gets warm. So you can see like it just does not want to let go. My pro tip for you from a nurse is to get you some paper tape. This is what paper tape looks like. You can get it in the first aid section of your grocery store, just right there next to the bandages. So this also holds pretty well, but it comes off so easily when you want it to come off. Save your skin, ladies. Paper tape. Another tip with this shield, don't try to hold it on your face and then try to tape it. Put it down, you can't see that. Put it down on the counter, put the tape on. This is the wrong side, but put it on that way. And number 10, get some sleep and shut off your phone. You're not gonna wanna be texting anyway because the screen is so bright, you're gonna be looking at it like this. Just tell everybody like, hey, I just had surgery, I'm gonna sleep. Text you in the morning when I feel better. That is the number 1 tip I wish I would have followed, was to sleep. I was bored and just laying there anyway, so I might as well have caught up on some shut-eye, but I was texting people instead, and it was such a struggle. Such a struggle. So those are my 10 tips. If you got any kind of help from this at all, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to share, and watch out for some more videos about this procedure that I had. Bye!